Welcome to The Watch. I'm Thearse McCalmon, your host and a member of the Schenectady Neighborhood Watch. Neighborhood Watch is unique. We are an organization run by the residents of Schenectady for the residents of Schenectady. We also work with public safety professionals to assist them in their day-to-day duties or in the event of a disaster. We're very excited to bring you our premiere edition of The Watch from in front of historic Proctor's Theater in Schenectady's renovated downtown. It's raining outside a little bit, but we're getting through the show. A little bit about myself. My family has lived in Schenectady for about 7 years. We first lived in Hamilton Hill neighborhood, and then we moved to the Boulevards area. My husband and I have been a member of the Schenectady Neighborhood Watch for about 3 years now. We all know that crime is a major problem in the city of Schenectady. It's in the daily news. It affects all of us and our neighbors. It affects the value of our homes. It affects the safety of our families and affects our own well-being. We're here to say you are not alone. There is something positive you can do about it. Our goal at Neighborhood Watch is to improve the quality of life here and safety of your homes and families. And we also get to meet our neighbors. Joining us now is Mayor Gary McCarthy. Welcome, Mayor McCarthy. Would you like to share your view on Schenectady Neighborhood Watch?
Well, I think Schenectady Neighborhood Watch is a great community asset. It's a program that we're trying to encourage people to participate in, have it grow, and complement the resources of our police and fire department to, again, provide stability and just add to the quality of life here in our community.
Could you tell us about the ride-alongs with Schenectady Police Department?
Well, since assuming this position a little over 3 months ago, I've been trying to spend some time riding with the police department, been in dispatch, fire department. The ride-alongs with the police department have been doing to have a better understanding of what I'm calling call volume and call quality. We have a lot of calls that people request police services where it's really, when you get out and get to meet with people, they're asking really for a babysitter. People should be assuming more responsibility and would like to be able to use something like the program here today. We start to educate people how to better utilize police and fire resources, and that's why also Schenectady Neighborhood Watch becomes a component in helping with that educational campaign here in Schenectady.
Now, when you say call volume, what do you mean by call volume?
The number of calls that come in. A lot of times we will have calls that will be backed up, so it will be 10 or 12 calls waiting to have a police officer dispatched. Telling people more recently, I was on a call where there was a loud party, a large disorderly group, and they sent two police cars, two-man cars, and one-man car. The homeowners complied, turned the music down, seemed to be heading in the right direction. This is it's after midnight, getting to 1 o'clock in the morning. A few minutes later, called back, and one of the other neighbors is calling now because somebody has called somebody fat and told somebody to sit on a watermelon.
Oh my gosh.
Now, we're now sending 3 police officers back to that situation, and so they stabilized that, and then we got a call, came in another 20 minutes after that, where they're claiming somebody is trespassing. But these are houses that were well maintained, the grass is clipped, people are taking care of their property, and somebody's standing in their driveway just putting their foot into the neighbor's yard, and the other person's calling that's trespassing. And it's really, do we need to send a police officer there, or should we be dispatching a 3rd grade teacher to bring some rational evaluation of the situation?
So that brings us to my next question about public safety. Could you share your vision with us about public safety?
Public safety is a big component of the quality of life here because it's a very expensive undertaking for municipalities to staff a police and fire department.
Definitely.
But it has a dramatic impact in terms of the quality of life. We want people to feel safe. We want them to be comfortable in their homes. Our fire department does a great job. Our paramedic service was one of the first in New York State, one of the first in the nation, is recognized as a leader in terms of innovation in the delivery of quality service. They have a life-saving event almost every day. It's odd because some of the things that they would be called heroes for just become routine in the delivery of that service. We want people to understand that we are trying to, again, get the most value for our dollars, and that they should be proud of the people who provide those services.
I understand that you joined the Neighborhood Watch just last year.
Did sign up Fred Lee and our neighborhood association, again, trying to get more people involved, and it's everybody playing a little bit, or helping out a little bit, enables us to do great things and has a much more significant impact on the community.
Thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Look forward to working with you in the future.
Me too. Thank you.
Schenectady needs help, and hopefully with that help.
I've lived in Schenectady all my 82 years, and I'm involved in the neighborhood because I want it safe.
It's really kind of a no-brainer. A lot of it is just common sense and just keeping your eyes open, so don't be afraid to get involved.
I would want other people to help me, so I would like to help other people.
Joining us now are 3 members of Neighborhood Watch. What's your name?
Ashley.
And your name?
Emily.
And your name, sir?
I'm Dad, Sean Allen.
Sean Alley. How long have you been a member of Neighborhood Watch?
3 years.
3 years. Do you like being a member of Neighborhood Watch?
Yeah.
What's the most fun thing you've ever done in Neighborhood Watch?
Finding kids.
Finding kids? You go on child finds? Yes? And what neighborhood do you live in?
Mount Pleasant. I'm actually the captain of the Mount Pleasant Neighborhood Watch.
How many members do you have with the Mount Pleasant group?
Roughly 46.
46? And do you go out on nightly patrols, or how often do you participate in patrols?
We're out every single day.
Every single day?
Every single day. Every night. Not just myself, my wife goes out, and I have many members that actually go out and do their part. It's a decent neighborhood. I love it there. So I'm going to do what I can to keep it safe and raise my kids there.
What's the most important thing that you have ever done?
The most important thing we ever did, all around, missing children.
Missing children. I know you recently received an award for something that you accomplished. What was that?
We did. We chased down and apprehended a kidnapping suspect. And we returned the child to the parents, and the city gave us awards for that.
Have you gone out on many child finds?
Yeah.
Yes? And you guys help find a lot of children?
Yes.
Do you feel proud of that?
Yep.
You should be. That's a very important thing to do. Thanks guys for joining us here at the Watch. Joining us is the president of Neighborhood Watch, Fred Lee. Hi Fred.
Hi Teresa.
Thank you for coming to the Watch.
Thank you for inviting me.
I understand that Neighborhood Watch has gone a whole overhaul. Can you tell us about that?
Yes, there's been quite a bit of changes at Neighborhood Watch in the last 3 years. We started with very few members, and we've grown to over 300 in the course of the last 3 years. We've also offered training to most all the members, from window watchers through those that patrol, or those that serve as what we call patrol communication specialists.
Why would someone want to join the Neighborhood Watch?
Well, it's obvious that particularly in times of trouble, our public safety professionals can be overwhelmed. We only have to look over here nearby to Springfield, Mass. to see what can happen in the blink of an eye when a tornado goes through your community. Well, we have a tornado of crime that's been raging in this city for a long time, and it overwhelms our professionals at times.
Definitely.
So that's where the residents come in, by preventing crimes and by getting involved in Neighborhood Watch and helping the trained professionals do their job.
But that's not all Neighborhood Watch members do. We don't always just prevent crimes. What
Correct.
other duties do Neighborhood Watch members perform?
Well, I think probably the thing that I'm proudest of is our child and adult search team that we've put together in the last few years. We scoured all over the country to find training materials for this and found that there was none. So we decided we had to do our own training. And working with the Schenectady Police Department and other professionals in the area, we put together a really good team that when there's a lost child or an adult, we get a call from the Schenectady Police Department and our search teams go out immediately looking for that lost child or adult.
Now you said training.
Yes.
What training do the Neighborhood Watch members receive for the child find and just to be a Neighborhood Watch member?
Well, there's a basic training program that takes about an hour and a half of their time that runs through the essentials, primarily instructing the individuals on what we are and what we're not. And then we do about another hour to 2 hours worth of radio training so that they can operate one of our radios. We have 45 of these in the system, and not only can we communicate throughout the city, we can communicate anywhere in the county with these radios. So if we're searching on the north end for a lost child, our search teams can talk to all of the individuals that are coming for the search. Or if there's a natural disaster, we can find out if there's medical needs, for example, in your neighborhood.
And the police do the training?
Yeah, the police do the training. We have very experienced members that have been at this for a long time. They've received outside training, and then we in turn pass it on to individuals who would like to get involved.
What would someone do who is interested in joining? How would they go about joining?
Well, if they have a computer, we would suggest that they go to our website. On the website is an application. That's always the first step. Every member of Neighborhood Watch fills out an application. It goes to the Schenectady Police Department for a basic security review. And then once they're accepted, we begin the training process for them.
Okay. And what could we look forward to if we were to join the Neighborhood Watch?
Well, it's a lot of fun. It's really an opportunity to meet people in your neighborhood and throughout the city. For example, once I knew that you were in Neighborhood Watch, I happened to be at Albany Airport one day, and you know, living in a city can be a busy place, a happy place, or it could also be a very lonely place.
Yes.
And I happened to go through the terminal and turned and looked at you and said, "Hey, I know you," and you said, "I know you." And we struck up a conversation right there because we were members of Neighborhood Watch.
And how many times have you gone through that airport and we probably passed each other?
We would have passed
dozens of times.
Dozens of times, and we wouldn't have known that.
Yes, yes. You mentioned different levels of membership.
Yes.
Can you repeat those?
Yes. Probably most of our members are window watchers. Probably the image that most people have of Neighborhood Watch is getting out and patrolling. And yes, we do that. And we do it in many forms. Our bulk of our membership is made up of those individuals that view from their own home or business location.
Okay.
And we train them on what to look for and how to call into dispatch, or what we call communications nowadays, of what they have seen.
Okay. That's window watch.
That's the window watcher. That's the first level. The next level is patrol. Those individuals either walk, bike, or drive around their neighborhood. And again, with their training, they become trained observers so that there's a quality of information that they're providing to the police department on what they see, hear, and feel about what's going on. This helps the professionals do their job a lot better. So instead of just saying, there's a man outside my window, there's a man and then there's a specific description. There's an automobile with a license plate, for example, and that becomes part of the training.
Thank you, Fred, for joining us on The Watch. We look forward to having you on future shows.
Thank you.
Thank you, Fred.
Bye now.
Thanks so much for joining us for our premiere edition of The Watch. Hope to see you next time.